How has music influenced you? Life without music would be a mistake. It makes me happy for some time. I will sometimes sway my hips in a rhythmic manner. It's helped me experience many different vibes and satisfied my ears. How did you pick the subreddits that you follow? It sounds interesting and/or funny. No meme? No sub. Consistently like the content. If that stops, I unsubscribe. I only follow porn and hand-related subs. What is the weirdest thing you have seen in public? A homeless guy that looked exactly like Bono acting like a sniper on the middle of the sidewalk. Saw a couple and the girl had the guy on a leash with a collar around his neck. Will never understand that. A fake Johnny Depp Jack Sparrow dude flirting with me. And he was drunk alright? A lady wearing nude pantyhose as pants. How do you seduce a hot girl? Not having a username like that one, for starters. A shower is a start. Be hot. A decent job, big manly muscles, a giant hot and a handsome jawline. Also talking to them would help. Ladies, what men's products do you buy because they are cheaper? Razors. 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 My wife uses up more if my razors than I do. You followed a trail of will-o-wisps. Where did they lead you? Tesco. What in the world is a will-o-wisp? In a circle. I am no longer sure if I am following them or if they are following me. Straight back to bed. My lack of sleep has made me hallucinate. What is something that you'll never do again? Be born. Ketamine. One of those, eat it in 30 minutes and it's free, challenges never again, not worth it. Never gonna give you up. What is the best response to someone telling you that they would do anything it takes to have sex with you? Have sex with them. Get away from me. Get in line. Ask them for their bank cards and go on a spending spree. How is a broken pinky toe treated? Tape it to the next toe and buck up, little camper. Cut it off. Tap to the next one. Maybe with a lollipop stick in the middle, either side. What they kinda did for my middle toe after pulling it back into place. Eat it. Putting your hand in a wood chipper is better than what? Putting two hands in a wood chipper. Putting your pee-pee in a wood chipper. Putting your hand in an open flame and keeping it there until it's consumed. It's better than putting both hands in a wood chipper. What's the worst thing to do on a first date? Murder, probably. Bring a friend. Wait, you guys go on dates? Order chicken fingers. What is the creepiest thing that you've come across on internet? Years ago I came across a website that was just a collection of links to unsecured camera feeds. Webcams. Baby monitors. Security cameras. Basically anything with a lens and Wi-Fi capabilities. Apparently most people never set up their devices properly and just leave default passwords or none at all. And this website was just trawling through the internet finding them all. Rotten.com. Back in the day, I watched Luca Magnotta kill his BF, but when I watched it, it was uploaded to a horror site by him and everyone thought it was a really good special effects. I don't get spooked much, but I stopped watching when he started stabbing the corpse with a ice pick or something. A little while later I found out he was on the run and that video was a real person he murdered. It messed me up for a while. I keep thinking of the video of the cartel gang member cutting a dude's face off and wearing it like a Halloween mask. Gore doesn't bother me, but the idea of someone cutting my face and scalp off and wearing it for a joke in front of me while I bleed out is crazy to me. Serious. What Bible story is so unbelievable it's comical? Attention. Serious. Tag notice. Asterisk. Jokes. Puns. And off-topic comments are not permitted. https www.reddit.com/r/AskReddit/wiki/index-wiki_rule_6- in any comment, parent or child, parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an AMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message, compose, to =r@AskReddit. If you have any questions or concerns. Noah's Ark. Like, how much rain would it take to flood the entire Earth up to Mount Everest and no one else had a boat? Boats were more common than in vehicle or horse in that age. That the tyrannical and murderous God described in the Bible is simultaneously described as benevolent and all-loving. Job seems to come to mind. What is the most pointless song lyric you have ever heard? Yeah, many 2000 songs. Every lyric of Bedrock by Young Money. She had dumps like a truck, thong song by Cisco. The entirety of Thunder by Imagine Dragons. What is the best pizza you've ever eaten? Little Caesar's pizzas are the best pizzas ever. I once ordered a Domino's pizza with barbecue and over a dozen custom ingredients, which cost over $25. Totally worth it. The chain has long since closed, but when I was growing up there was a local chain of 3 to 4 pizza places called Pizza Wheel. To this day, I have been unable to find pizza as good as that pizza. It wasn't anything special, but it was perfect. There was something about the crust that was just right. Crispy and crunchy on the bottom, but under the toppings and sauce it was soft and chewy. The joint got the name from a huge wheel they had on the wall behind the counter. It had various specials and discounts. When you went to pay for your pie, they'd spin the wheel and see if you got a discount. Unfortunately, the state shut that down as some form of gambling or some shit. They kept the name in the wheel for decoration though. Chuck E. Cheese. Ladies, have you noticed a cultural shift in men approaching you less often? How do you feel about it? I doubt it's a cultural shift. I think I just learned to look adequately unapproachable over the past few years. Feels great, as I don't want random people interacting with me no matter the reason. The few times someone approached me unexpectedly were just so weird. My introvert misanthrope brain just does not comprehend why anyone would want to do that. It's like an unexpected cog in an otherwise fine-tuned machine of me going about my day. So I much prefer it not to happen. I don't think it's so much a cultural shift for me. More likely now I'm working and go about alone. But I look very young, so men are wary of approaching me because they don't know how old I am. A customer asked if I was excited to start 10th grade, 15 to 16 years olds, this fall. I laughed and said I'm in my 3rd year of college for 2 degrees. I have not noticed this. I think it might be because I usually have kids with me, so the ones that are worried they will somehow impregnate me by osmosis usually keep away anyways. Otherwise, the guys who are into it are extra into it these days, lol. I haven't noticed this at all. Grown men have been approaching me since I was 13 years old. I'm 24 now, and it hasn't gotten much more or less frequent since then, which is pretty disturbing given how young I was when it started. And no, there was no way the men could have been confusing me for an adult woman. I maybe looked 15, still way too young for their 25-plus-year-old asses. What I have noticed is that the guys who approach me are more aggressive about it now. When I was younger, I could wave a guy who approached me on the street off, not even trying to be polite about it, and he'd maybe call, Come on baby. Don't treat me that way, as I continued walking and I left him in the dust. If a guy approaches me now, be it at a bar, at the store, on the street, etc., there's a solid chance that he's going to scream at me if I reject him. I'd put the odds at 1 chance in 4. I don't know if that's a cultural shift or because I'm an adult and they're not scared of being called a pedophile if they hassle me. But TBH, it's pretty damn scary. People of Reddit, when did the bully go too far? One of my friends had been getting bullied for crying after her mother's death. One day I got sick of it and shoved his head into a door. I know violence shouldn't be used in some situations, but I felt like this needed it. He never bullied my friend again and I only got 1 detention. This guy bullied me for years. Relentlessly. He saw another guy bullying me one day and lost his mind and beat the guy half to death. It was ducked up. Not even that he beat the guy. Whatever there. But in this ultra weird, like, staking his claim kinda way. Like I was his to bully and no one else. It literally made me fear for my life a bit. I got a restraining order. Age 16. Abusive bully of an adopted father berates me for something ridiculous after 14 years of sexually assaulting my mom and using me as a human punching bag. My 16-year-old testosterone levels kicked in. And I tackled him. Broke his thumb. He never touched me again. And my mom left him a few months later. We had a guy in high school who was expelled senior year for tasing a freshman as a senior prank. What famous person would you like to share a drink with? Anthony Bourdain or Stephen Fry or Guy Martin? Like anyone? Either Ernest Hemingway or Winston Churchill. Jesus too if I can. Johnny Depp. Dr. Steve Brule. Sweet berry wine. If someone is trying to improve their lives, why shouldn't they completely stay off of Reddit? Sometimes, despite what people think, there can be some really useful information on Reddit. I've been dipping my toe into Reddit for more than 4 years now. In that time I've learned a lot about people from every corner of the world. So-called ordinary people. Absolutely fascinating. Heartbreaking. Horrifying. Devastating, but above all inspiring. Why not? With the right mindset and the right subreddits, you can turn Reddit from a distraction to a tool to help keep your motivation up. BC some people can be really nice, helpful, and supporting where you least expect it, e.g. Reddit. What is your toxic trait? I can be way too pessimistic and worrisome, cold sweat smile. I like to poison children and small animals, in the name of global progressivism. I'm very textbook, because I think it's fair and amp. I keep people to their promises at a persistent rate for months if need be, if they're expecting me to forget. Gamblin'. Serious. Humans of Reddit. What's the creepiest thing another human has said, done to you? Attention. Serious. Tag notice. Asterisk. Jokes. Puns. And off-topic comments are not permitted. https www.reddit.com/r/askreddit/wiki/index#wiki_-rule_6- in any comment, parent or child, parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an AMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message, compose, to =r, AskReddit. If you have any questions or concerns. They said racism doesn't exist. I went to greet them and quickly realized they were drunk. They grabbed my wrist and licked all the way up my forearm before pulling me in for a hug. I felt so gross and went to wash after that. Single quote. I have a couple, but I'll never forget the man who told 19-year-old me he found me attractive and wanted to take me back to his home country by stuffing me in a trunk. What's your favorite dinosaur? T-Rex! Exclamation mark. Yoshi. Your mum. Brachiosaurus, with super long necks. What is the most underrated condiment, topping to put on food? Horseradish. Wasabi. You might think it's only for sushi, but it's great on other things too. Like hot dogs. Mayo. Heinz 57 sauce. What's something you find weird but other people find normal? Only using toilet paper to clean your ass after a shit. Posting every aspect of their personal lives on social media for everyone to see. That we as a society just decided that working the majority of our waking lives for the best years of our adulthood just to survive day to day is somehow normal and proper. Wearing shoes in the house by default. I grew up being barefoot in the house at all times. I was so confused when I went to my friend's house as a kid and their parents insisted I keep my shoes on. You now have magic. What do you do with it? Do good. Cure my disability. Everyone has to dance. Be rich selling perpetually powered batteries. What are some things you wish you would have known before going into high school? That you wouldn't get laid as they show in movies. It's not going to matter in a few years. Latin does not help you in learning other languages as well as you think. It's not like in the movies. And even less if you don't live in the USA. Those insecurities that you're feeling? Literally everyone around you is feeling them too and are afraid of what you think of them. If you think someone is being mean to you, try to have a calm conversation with them where you don't put them in a defensive position and you keep being respectful and calm no matter what they say. This doesn't mean you have to just take everything they're saying if they're being mean. But just be the better person and stay calm while you ask them why they're acting the way they are. Just be yourself. Don't worry too much about what others think and live your life how you want it. As long as you're still being appropriate and respectful towards others. We all heard, high risk, high reward. What is a real-world, practical example of low risk, high reward? Long-term investments. Studying. 401k plans. Getting a job. What's the greatest piece of acting you've ever seen? Christoph Waltz is the SS officer in Inglourious Bastards. There are 4 asterisk lights. DiCaprio high on Quaaludes. Pacino in The Godfather. He changes his entire persona during the movie. Heroic Marine above the fray of the family business into the mastermind and boss of the Corleone crime family. What was something mundane you were told as a child that didn't make sense at the time, but makes total sense as an adult? Nothing good happens after 1 o'clock. Telling me and other children to sit straight. I see so many people my age with backaches. Mowing the lawn and random outside chores will build character, or something. The adults were talking about retirement. And when the question was asked, how can you afford it, my grandfather said something like, retirement only cost 1 bullet, and everyone laughed. Now that I am older, I can see the humor of it. People who used to be unable to talk to others. How did you manage to get a significant other or close friend? My friends approached me. I found other ways to interact than just talking. Therapy. I forced myself into social situations that slowly, gradually made me more open and gain social skills.